Hello! My name's Peter. Today, we're going to be playing Heart, the City Beneath. You're going to be joined by my friends Michael, Rob, Chris, and James. Heart is a story-heavy horror game in the land of Destera, which if anybody is a Rowan, Rook, and Deckard head, knows is the setting for Spire, The City Must Fall. That game came first. This is the second game that they made in that era, or at least in that world. And the idea behind Heart is that there is a rip in reality underneath the spire, and it calls to people. It calls to people to come down to get their wildest dreams. And the folks who answer are generally obsessive, dangerous, and compelling. And that's who we're going to play as today. I will be the Dungeon Master, GM, however you want to call it. And I will let actually my friends introduce their characters, and we will get started and play a little bit of this for you. I'm personally very excited. I've never played Heart before. I don't think any of us have, no?
No, negative.
Yeah, so this will be new and fun, and we'll try to explain how it works as we're going along. But yeah, we'll get started. Michael, do you want to kick us off?
Yeah, sure. I am the Deep Apiarist, the Affliction Transposed, an Aelfir, which means High Elf in the lore, who came from the Spire, was a surgeon there, but then got driven a little mad by dreams of the heart, and by a desire to learn what the heart can do if experimented on with people. So I went to the heart, delved a little bit, and then I've been kind of experimenting on the densings there. A Deep Apiarist is one that's been controlled by these bees, which I came into with my backstory while I was following one of the experiments of a gnoll that I was chasing down in the heart. So they kind of stabilize things in this weird world, whereas I'm trying to learn more about it. And that's my character.
All right, my character is a pentient dead walker. So essentially, it is a knight who belongs to this order of Our Lady of Perpetual Agony. They are an order that is made up entirely of condemned men whose wounds are taken on by this martyr that they carry around in a tabernacle with them. My character was severed from this because one day he realized, they were kind of just carrying on the cycle of violence and pillaging, and they had fallen far from, this miracle that the heart had granted them. And when he questioned this, they killed him and banished him from the order. So my character is a high elf who is running from both his past and running toward a death that he is embracing. However, he has to get to the heart before the other knights do, because they are planning on taking that tabernacle with that miraculous martyr and tossing it into the heart just to see what will happen. And my character assumes once that happens, I will never be able to get the rest that I feel I deserve.
I'm Chris. I'm playing Ingrid Bell, the junk mage with the calling of enlightenment. That's why I'm down here in the heart, is to find out the secrets of this thing called the Vermissian Network, which is this network of trains and transportation that has been integrated with the heart and kind of sent it into a different reality of different dimensions and things like that. And that really fascinates Ingrid. Junk mages are obsessed with magic and almost to the point of addiction, or to the point of addiction, and they really want to find everything out about it that they can. I came into learning magic through learning technology first, and worked with what I thought were High Elven or Alfiran power sources. Come to find out that they are actually Gnoll power sources in a plastic casing. Passed off as Alfiran work. So I'm heading into the heart to find out more about this Gnollish technology and the Vermissian Network.
Neat. My name's James, and I'm playing a Incarnadine. He is a debt priest, essentially. I worship this mystical force only known as Incarnate, and I have fallen so deeply into debt, both karmically, financially, emotionally, that Incarnate has taken my soul, and if I don't ultimately serve him, he will cash in on my soul and take me out of here. So he has set me forth into the heart to collect more debtors for him, more to fall under his ultimate grasp. And as I delve around trying to meet new people, I'm always looking for new targets. So watch out.
Oh, we will.
And I believe I should mention this in case you haven't figured it out. Heart is a horror game. And so we are going to be talking about specifically body horror, psychological horror, and people who are maybe not super nice. So if that isn't your bag, please check out this video now. If it is your bag, join us. We will start in media res. Ingrid Bell, the Knight of Blood and Thorns, as well as the Affliction Transposed, have actually all met and been traveling together. The Affliction Transposed, Michael's character, had seen the Knight of Blood and Thorns murdered at one point along his travels in the haven of Techiles Ladder. Thinking nothing more than just a corpse, the Affliction Transposed moved on. Ingrid Bell, a friend of the Affliction Transposed, had started trying to find what he could of the Vermisia network and came across what he thought was a suit of armor. Turns out that there was someone still alive in that suit of armor, the Knight. So he took him to the doctor and the Affliction Transposed and asked how could this be, and the Affliction Transposed was very confused because he had seen this man being dead. So they went back to the place of where the Knight had been murdered and found that there was a small group of would-be cultists starting to pray to him, thinking that he was the second coming of this saint in the tabernacle, the second miracle that she was bringing. Enraged not only by the fact that these people were worshiping him, but the fact that they were wasting their lives with this, the Knight of Blood and Thorns slaughtered everyone. And that's where we're going to start. Ingrid, Affliction. You see the Knight of Blood and Thorns living up to his name as his great sword drips ruby red. You look around and you see not only the area where he had been previously murdered, but you see religious iconography around it, scripts, some you recognize, some you don't, paintings and wild, swirling, lurid colors all around, all leading to the spot. In the spot, you see an effigy of an elf here made out of bits, bobs, things that people have found around, junk. Nothing real, but enough to show that what it was. And that is completely covered in the blood of these believers now, stinking and ruined.
So, alternate hypothesis, it's not just a suit of armor.
I don't think so. It's been moving and killing before us, so no, I don't think it's a suit of armor. You all there? Armor? Knight?
The Knight is walking around looking for anybody that might still be moving, just giving them a final, just a final little, how you been?
Never hurts to check.
And I turn to them and I say, do either of you pray to the pious Sakura?
I haven't said a prayer in years.
What's prayer?
Good. And I kind of lean on my greatsword, kind of looking over my handiwork.
I'm going to point to the effigy and say, are you going to use that?
It does not matter to me what you do with it.
I'm gonna pick it apart, see if there's anything I can use in there.
There is nothing in there of value. It is mostly some ferns, a bit of fabric. You see about a half of a stuffed bear, and bits and pieces of metal. Again, all of this is covered in blood. It's starting to congeal. It's pretty disgusting. But as you're going through it, you hear something behind you. All of you, actually. And it's not just Ingrid here tearing something apart. It's steps of somebody. And you turn around and you see behind you.
You see a human standing behind you, draped in a long red robe and a brown leather vest. Lots of straps, naturally. Gotta have lots of straps. And I have a sly grin across my face. Well, make another mess, I see. How can I help clean up?
So are you directing this to the group?
Yeah, just out into the air.
He made the mess. We're just bystanders, accomplices? It doesn't matter. Do you think we need to clean up this mess? I'd say it's pretty well sorted.
What you witnessed was the end of fanaticism, and unwanted fanaticism.
Right. That's what we're calling it.
Yeah. It's fine by me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look through the bodies. Is there anything like heart blood related? Any mutations on these people, or are they just kind of regular?
They seem to be pretty, well, regulars are very,
for the
very...
heart's added, I guess.
They are, you can't see any echoes of the heart within their body. No actual deformities that you can see along various amounts of tattoos, but you have to understand you're not very deep within the heart right now. You guys are all in tier 1. Takili's ladder is story has that Takili tried to climb out of it only to be betrayed by a friend and have the ladder be cut, fall all the way down to the bottom. And sometimes you can still hear his screams as he falls. That being said, most people don't attack you when you're in a spiral, sort of chimney-shaped cavern. And you see that the people have made little domiciles, shops, things like that. The kind of stuff you find all on the walls. But if they were under attack, they could pull up their ladders and make it so that nobody could come up, and if they come down, they would have to fight through wave after wave after wave of traps. Because of this, people have been able to be here. You all find yourselves at the very bottom of this. Kind of where Takili was supposed to have died.
Gotcha. So the domiciles are a little further away. Should we clean up? Are you willing to help us clean up?
Everything. Happy to do anything for a price.
Don't pay him.
I don't think.
Don't.
I don't.
It's not an offer.
Don't worry.
I agree
I'm
with
not
Ingrid.
talking about that.
Who looks the most freshly dead to me?
Who looks the most freshly dead? Honestly, this all happened within the last 3 minutes, so...
So I guess I'm just looking for whoever's still making a gurgling noise.
No one. You actually did your job very well. And to answer your original question, there's nothing really there. Maybe about $5 of just coins, things like that. But nothing special. These people don't look like they've been hit by the heart. This is a pretty stable part of the ground. Actually, the person who looks the most unnerved is probably your friend Ingrid here.
You okay, Ingrid?
Oh yeah. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Good. I throw the $5 that, or whatever, the 5 coins that I got at, what's your name again?
I didn't say.
Good. What is it?
Parzival. I hired him once.
Oh, okay. Well, get to cleaning.
He throws the coins at your feet, Percival. They scatter. You could probably buy 3 days worth of bread with this. Nothing major, but they're asking you to clean up about 7 bodies, multiple organs on the floor, 5 liters of blood.
Coins are coins. I know plenty of kids that'll help clean this up. I'll go hire the local gang and little tots get all the bits and bots.
But you do you.
So,
The kids are great at picking up entrails.
are you going to try to find the kids, or is this something you're telling to them?
I'll just say out loud. Happy to hire the local gang.
I think that's the job done.
Yep.
All right. Well, I whistle to one of the kids, one of the beggar kids along the way.
You whistle out. There are no actual beggar kids around in this area.
It
However,
was going to be impressive, but I guess it's impressive now.
however, you know that someone's in earshot. And after whistling and nobody coming, you go back out of this little alley where they were in and find somebody, and you bring up a small drow child who just looks at you with tired, weary eyes and goes, "What do you want, Pops?"
See this mess?
See it? How can you not?
Well, I'll let you keep 4 of this here coin if you make it disappear.
Okay, hold on. You want to give me 4 measly coins to clean up 7 bodies all by myself?
Share it amongst your friends.
Share it amongst my friends. Oh, see, I would love to do that. My friends are very good, but it's going to cost you.
Do you not have any friends? I'm sorry.
Oh, you're hurting me. Ugh.
It's alright, I'll take my coins elsewhere.
Hey, wait. How about this? Those 4 coins. Maybe you put in a good word for us next time we see you around these parts, because I know you, sir. I've seen you around. You come around looking for people looking for debts.
My sly grin and my gold tooth shine. Do you now? Well, sure, I can put in a good word for you. What's your name?
Tolliver.
Tollivan.
Yeah,
I'll remember this Tollivan.
you better. Hey, Evan, Mitch, let's go. And you see about him, 2 other kids run out, and they start just like hauling these bodies away down the street, across, and into what looks to be a what's it called? You know how bars have that street access where they bring the kegs in? That basement access, and they just start jumping the bodies over.
I'm
the
gonna
side.
stop them because I'm still looking for my freshly dead one. Okay?
So, all right, so these 2 little drow kids come up and they grab one of the bodies and start dragging it away slowly. They're like 5 and maybe 7.
I just kind of like and like wait.
Hey, whoa! And you see the 7-year-old look over and say, like, "What is this? I thought we were supposed to clean up these bodies. This is some."
What are we doing here?
And then I crouch down to the dead guy, and I'm using my last rites.
Okay.
I touch his forehead, and we'll say one of the weird things I do is I take one of my finger bones of the righteous few, and I put it in his mouth so that I can ask him a single question before his soul becomes untethered from this plane.
Sure.
I've seen this anime.
I got it right here.
Okay, great. What is the question?
After they killed me, where did they take the tabernacle?
You hear a deep, unearthly, low inhale. Red Mark. And after the last syllable of market fades away, the bone snaps as the jaw clenches shut so hard it shatters the guy's teeth. All of you heard this, by the way. In fact, so did the drow children. And they look at you, and they start backing up.
You can take him now.
Yeah.
I don't want him, Pops. And the drow kid just throws the 4 coins at you and runs away.
Tollivan, what happened?
I don't need none of that spirit stuff. Mom said nothing.
I guess I'll
Pitter patter.
take Tollivan off my list.
Oh, I'll remember.
Don't remember.
You have taken Tallman off his list. You all find yourself now still here with these corpses in this spot.
I thought they took at least 2 or 3.
Well, one.
That's true. Finish the job. Do you know of this red market?
I think so. I've been there once before. And then I kind of sit down and do one of those like Gandalf-y try to remember where the hell that was, because his memory's pretty dodgy. You know, I'm barely tethered to this body. I kind of have wounds that never stop bleeding. I don't really look alive until I start moving, really.
When you sit back, you look over, and outside of these alive people, you see your friend, the one who's been with you since you were punished, Sapporo. She stands there, new wounds gaping on her since the last time you saw her. I remember being in the red market, but I don't know the way. He does. And then she fades.
I just get up, kind of clank over to him, and I go, "You're taking me to the red market."
That familiar grin crosses the face again, and the gold tooth shines in the alleyway. I'd be happy to, for a price.
I could just kill you and ask you then.
My grin widens further, and my other gold tooth inside sparkles, and I put my hands on my hips, drawing my red cloak back, and you see my fancy revolver and my hooked sword, and I said, "I'd like to see you try. Are we gonna dance, or are we gonna travel?"
You don't recognize that revolver. You've never seen something like that before. And you've seen a lot of weird things. But it is dangerous, compelling. Something that you want, but don't quite understand. You could kill him. But is it worth that? And you could ask him where the red market is, but would that still get you there?
Yeah.
These are the questions that cross your mind. Ingrid, the affliction. Are you guys going to do anything?
I'm gonna pull out do I have a map? I'm gonna try and.
You have a map. It's pretty old. However, it does give you the basic idea. It shows you where Spire is, where Derelictus is, and you find that you were getting to Keely's ladder is pretty easy, but whether or not you want to go past that.
I'm thinking on the map, Ingrid has like circled a few areas that like are known for Vermissian, like nodes or something like that, and I'm wondering if Red Market is going to go past any of those.
You know that the Red Market is not directly connected to the Vermissian network, but that a lot of the stuff that comes out of the Vermissian network is traded at the Red Market. It is the most open air bazaar you can think of.
Okay.
Anything and anything is traded at the Red Market. So even if it isn't close to it, somebody who knows where the Vermissian network is and how to get into it would definitely be there.
I'm down to go to the Red Market.
I'm fine to see where this thing wants to go.
You stand staring at each other, deciding that all of you want to go to the same place, but you haven't quite figured out how or why or what that will entail.
Well, if you know the way, you didn't do the last job, you've already been paid. I say you do this job.
These are all.
And I gesture to all the bodies around.
This elf here, who by the way, is not normal looking. You've noticed he has a bunch of bugs crawling on him. Keeps telling you what quite to do, but he doesn't know what he asks. Because you do know what it takes to get to the Red Market.
I just see there's another dirty elf covered in bugs in front of me. I'm not really impressed. I'm used to seeing them.
I'm not here to impress you. What do you want to get to the red market?
It's no easy task.
That doesn't answer my question.
So protection, you need protection. We can give you
Yeah,
that.
I can offer protection. I can even offer some healing and like the bees around my head
They'll
kind of
start
buzz a
dancing.
little. But yeah.
They get a little groovy.
Sure.
Kind of hypnotic. It's a pretty good groove.
All right. Meet me at the front gate tomorrow. I'll have my provisions, what we need, and I'll see if I can't hire some extra muscle. But I'll meet you at the gate. Right around first horn.
That can be done.
You all agree. You'll see him at first horn at the gate. Is there anything you guys would like to do, like to purchase, like to prepare before you decide to go deeper? We'll start in opposite order. How about you, James? Is there anything that Percival would like to do?
Yeah.
I suppose do we have like a general like delving camp gear thing that we can acquire? Or is that
I'm gonna say that you guys definitely can go and buy like
spend a few coins and we have the provisions we need
to
travel.
get like torches as well as rope, rations, things like that. That's gonna be under your supplies. Let's say it costs you 3 of those 5 coins.
Sure, cool.
For
Alright.
5 days worth of supplies.
Great. Is there any chance we can hire any muscle in town? If I visit maybe a local bar, maybe there's a desperate soul out there.
Actually, let's go ahead. Let's take a look at what you've got here. Go ahead and roll me a compel check.
Sure.
First roll? Yeah, the first roll of the day. So grab some D12s, or D10s, excuse me. You're going to roll 1 because it's your dice pool. You have the compel skill, so you'll get another one. Let's look at your domains. What are they?
Have Haven, Religion, and Warren.
It's Haven. You're in a Haven. That's Tequili's ladder. So that'll be 3 D10s. I'm going to say, though, that this is a risky... the risky... difficulty, mostly because what you're asking is for people to go from one layer of the heart to another. So take away one of those D10s and go ahead and roll me 2 of them, please.
Go. I know there's a desperate fool out there.
What'd you roll?
A 3 and a 1.
Oof. So, because you rolled the 3, that is between a 2 and a 5, there is a failure. I'm going to go ahead and need you to take some mind stress. Let me see. Oops, that one, my thing. Let's say 3 mind stress.
Spicy.
Well, it's a one-shot, my friend.
Did that,
I'm gonna lay it on you.
Did the mercenary like deck man I offered?
Worse, he laughed in your face,
Oh,
and
that's
you thought you were actually pretty good at this, and that you had a chance. But like, really, your skills at getting somebody there were not great, and it hurt. Ingrid, is there anything you would like to do?
I want to look for scrap metal that I could maybe use as either ammo in my blunderbuss, or I could like fuse it together to make a trinket or like a piton or something along the way that we would need.
Sure. Go ahead and make me a discern check.
Okay.
We're in a haven. I don't think you have that domain. You just have the cult attack, I think.
Do you have that unorthodox methods though?
Ooh, you do have unorthodox methods. Yes, let's pull that up. Sorry, I didn't give you that. It's in the
I can just look for it right here.
Enlightenment. Unorthodox methods. Gain the discern skill once per session before you roll. Instead, state that your result is a 6. Is that what you would like to do?
Actually, no, because I think I have the discern skill twice, so I add. I think it's like a mastery. I think is what it is.
Some of my things say roll with mastery specifically.
Yes, they are. I don't think you would gain the mastery of that discern skill.
No. Because I got it from my enlightenment and also my class.
Yeah, I don't think it would do that.
I thought I read it.
but maybe.
Anyway, I can look at my dice without it anyway. So it's the dice. I have the skill. We're not in the domain.
Yeah, just let me look that up though. This is the first time. And
Enlightenment?
yeah. So look, we want to look and see if skills stack. Create your dice pool if you have skill, if you have domain, if you have mastery over the action. So let's look up mastery real fast.
Sorry to.
No, don't. Be sorry. This is good to know. Majestic map, many eyes, market, mastery, isn't it?
It seems like it's added.
Is it added?
That's what I'm
Okay.
saying, 'cause, like,
Great. Then yeah, go ahead. So add a third die.
When
to
it
that.
says it in the ability is what I'm saying.
Oh, I got
If it
you.
doesn't say it in your ability, because like that's what I'm seeing here. Yada yada. Part of your trade network. Roll with mastery. My stress is for a higher roll with mastery when you attempt to cast a spell. That type of shit.
Sure.
All sneak and evade checks in this area are made with mastery. Junk mage. What skill is it?
It's actually
Discern.
from enlightenment.
Shoot.
Yeah, and it's the discern skill.
Well, Junk Mage also gets it.
Junk mage does also get it. Yeah, that's one there.
Just in general, if you get the skill twice, does that mean you get mastery?
That's what we're trying to
Yeah,
figure
that's what I
out.
thought I had read somewhere.
I'll try and look it up real quick. I just kept going to.
I would be surprised it's not in the first couple of pages
Yeah,
when
me
you're
too.
going over skills and stuff. See if I can pull up the other pages.
Skills. You get a knack. It's not mastery.
Ah, it's a knack.
That's what
it is.
the knack is. So what it is you have proficiency in a particular facet of it. You cannot. So that's what it is, and that gives you an extra D10 on top of it. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Way
Sorry,
at the
I was
beginning,
looking.
way at the beginning.
Yeah, way at the beginning, and I was looking up mastery, and it was under knack. So you do have 3 D10. Woohoo! Sorry for that. But go ahead. It's a normal roll. Let's see what you get. What's your highest?
7, 2, and 4.
So 7 is a success at a cost. So you do find actually some pretty decent chunks of metal and lead that you can, because lead is a metal, that you can use for your blunderbuss. But let's go ahead and say that you take some blood damage, 2 blood damage, because as when you're pulling that stuff out, when you're trying to find it, you get scraped, you get cut, you
Okay.
get bruised.
I got bruised searching for Roman.
The Knight of Blood and
Elbow or
Thorns.
something.
What would you like to do, if anything?
I think kind of stoically, like the Tin Man would just go stand by the gate and wait.
Stoically wait by the gate.
Yeah.
You scare so very many small children. At least 3 who are running around. One of them gets brave enough to throw a tomato at you.
I bet it was Tollivan, jerk.
I bet it was Midge.
It splats on your chest. Do you do anything?
No.
It falls off your chest.
Stick around.
They all screech and sprint away. The affliction. Transposed. What would you like to do?
I mean, I'm probably gonna follow the knight for a little bit just to be like, what's going on with this guy who just came back to life? Probably like hiding around a corner, watching him with the bees with my eyes closed. 'Cause that's what is that? The many eyes skill?
Yes. Do you want to use many eyes?
Sure. I'll stow myself away and then just watch him with my. It's
The one where you can essentially get your body out, right?
yeah, a little bit. Or no, that's when you stand still and close your eyes, you can see through the eyes of any of your bees, allowing you to spy around corners and that type of thing.
Gotcha.
So I'll just watch him from a distance.
Go ahead and make me a discern check.
Sure.
We're gonna go ahead and say that it's risky. You have
Do have discern.
yes, you do have discern. You don't have anything else, so that means you're going to just roll 1d10. You
Cool.
succeed on a 10, otherwise you don't succeed, and you take stress.
Aw. 2.
You take yourself around a corner and get in a spot where you won't be bothered by anybody, and you commune with the hive inside, putting out your feelers, letting them watch this strange night that's showed up in front of you. But there's something. Maybe it's about where you're at. Maybe it's about him that just throws it off. The bees are having a hard time figuring it out to the point that you just start hearing a melody. A melody you haven't heard in a minute. It's a sweet sort of call from deeper, lower beneath. The idea that you can use me, you can mold me into something, make something better. Take 3 echo damage as the heart sings to you, and the bees are so distracted that they can't discern anything.
I'm fine. I like hearing from the heart from time to time.
I feel like the heart sounds like
They
the
check in.
soundtrack.
They check in.
It does sound like Gregorian chanting, but like sexy
Bees
Gregorian
don't
chanting.
like it.
Sassy
but, definitely loses himself in the feedback and just, yeah, he'll take that damage.
You get some echo stress. Nothing to make anything terrible go, but the heart is addling you a little bit.
That's fair. That's fair.
And you all spend the night. First horn comes around. The Knight of Thorns is standing by the gate. Does everyone else show up, or does something else happen? You tell me. Michael, are you there?
At the front? Yeah, he would have gotten prepared after a while after that feedback. And then
Not
in the
there.
morning.
I'm there. I'm sipping a cup of coffee with my third arm. I don't think I ever described Ingrid. Ingrid has a metal arm that's coming out of his shoulder back area. That's like a third arm that he uses for a bunch of different stuff.
Grafted onto his body?
Mm-hmm.
Great. You see the third arm slowly shoving coffee down his throat. He slurps. How about you?
I show up fashionably late, of course.
About 15 minutes go by past first horn, and you see Percival walk up, one gold tooth gleaming in the torchlight.
Surprised y'all showed up.
Are you ready to leave?
Absolutely. But first,
Then why haven't we?
terms, my friend, terms. You want safe passage? I want something in return.
I asked you this yesterday. What do you want?
You just seemed so desperate, I thought didn't really matter what we came to. You probably agreed to it.
Cooled it on the desperate talk. We can go without you. What do you want?
Well, I always am looking for more followers, and the easiest way to do that is either join us, or perhaps you could fill our pockets a little more to help spread Incarnadine's love and warmth amongst the heart.
Go ahead and make a compel check.
Absolutely.
Yeah, compel Haven.
Compel Haven, and it's probably it, huh?
I'm gonna say this is risky. Take one of those.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
I've got compel, so
That's why I say it's risky.
He's also discerning me. 8.
8. No stress. He's kind of got a point.
The red market is, after all, kind of like a second home to me.
And can we really go without him? We don't know where we're going.
I thought you knew where we were going.
I know
saw you
of
looking
it. I
at
don't
a
know
map.
where it is. I told you that.
Tell you what, we'll settle on a price depending on our journey. If I have to save your butts a few times, if you don't listen to me, it's going to get more expensive. If we all fall in line, we all get there safe and sound. Didn't seem like we had too many troubles, did we? Much less expensive. How about it?
He does get expensive quick.
Sparkle, sparkle. There goes the tooth. Sparkle, sparkle.
How about anything decent that you might want that we find during the delve? You can keep.
On the condition
Anything-
that it's not part of the Vermisian network, I want those.
Or heart-related.
Nix that last part. That is extremely vague.
Heart's blood-related. Heart's creature-related.
You would know that this would be animals, people, places that have been so hit by the unreal, wild magics of the heart.
Probably uninteresting to me, anyways.
Probably, but it changes them. It changes the things, and that's what heart's blood stuff is.
Yeah.
Very dangerous to non-heart things.
At the mention of, you'll allow me to keep something fancy we find. The second tooth shows, and you know I've been satisfied. We have an
That
accord.
second tooth. The first tooth is like, you got him hooked.
Yeah, you've
Already
sprinkled the interest in that second tooth.
Man loves a sprinkling of interest. Alright then, yeah, that's fine. And if we end up helping you out, the price goes down.
The second tooth disappears. But the one remains. He likes a fellow sly businessman. He doesn't. I don't say anything, but instead I press on through the gates.
I'll take that as agreement.
So do you all follow Percival?
Yeah, he didn't say no, so I feel agree with.
You exit out of Tequili's ladder and start pressing on into the heart. Right around, of course, Tequili's is still rock, stone. But what you know, Percival, and have so far not shared, is that the only non-shifting route to the red market, at least from where you are, is through something called the Wheeze. It's a narrow, choking place that isn't quite stone, but isn't quite flesh. It's something in between. And when the wind pushes through it, it whistles to the point that it just sounds like something is breathing and wheezing and sneezing right behind you.
Doesn't sound very pleasing.
It is not. And if we can keep these rhymes going, we should. You know that this is the way through it. It's a claustrophobic, maze-like place. And it is not something to be scoffed at. So, after maybe 15, 20 minutes, you get to the first entrance checkpoint. Sort of, let's say, tight, narrow area. Still rock, but you have to squeeze through, I'd say, 15 to 20 feet. No more than a foot and a half across. And as you do, you start to feel a change in the air. Almost moisture that wasn't there before. And a kind of sourness. And as you come out, you get into the area proper, and you see three different ways in front of you. You're in a relatively largish cavern. And to the left is a sort of wide-ish, open passageway down. Still all rock, but that seems to be where that moisture and sour smell is coming from. In the center is a much smaller, very narrow sort of passageway through, and then on your right you have what is looks to be a halfway collapsed passageway that you would have to get down onto your hands and knees on your stomach to crawl through. And I'm going to go ahead and make all of you, well actually, who's going to be in the lead? Let's figure that out first. Would it be you?
I assume you're hoping that I'll lead the way, yeah.
I need you to go ahead and make me a discern check. Go ahead and do that we're in a warren, so...
I like it.
2d10, it is risky, so back to 1d10.
All right. Well, I had a friend who always told me to follow his nose wherever he traveled. And he was a brilliant man.
Yes, he was.
What'd you roll?
He rolled tens all the time.
Sounds like a good man.
Sounds good to me.
So
You-
sniff the air.
You all see above this kind of raggedy mustache that itself is above a dirty gold tooth. these nostrils. And you know, to the left will lead you to what is some sort of actual noxious stomach thing. You've heard of this, where the land and the caves start to become less of a rock and more of an organ. And you can tell that way would be bad. But the front and to the right both seem clean. But you know, if you go to the left, you're going to have to deal with that sort of something that isn't pleasant or good for at least human skin. You couldn't tell about elf here.
Without consulting the group, I plow forward on the straight path.
You see him, you see Percival go right straight forward, right into the middle part. Do you guys ask him anything? Do you say anything? This is, again, a very small and narrow entryway.
Ingrid lets out a sigh of relief because it's not the moisture and it's not the weird organ part, so he's happy to follow.
Yeah. He hasn't talked about his fee in an hour or so. As long as he doesn't mention that, I'm happy to follow.
Cool. Okay, I am going to go ahead and have, since you're leading on this one, Percival, unfortunately, I need you to make a delve skill, which you don't have. However, it is in a Warren domain, so you do have that. It is a dangerous roll. So I'm going to need you to roll that and just see on a 10.
Can I assist?
No.
We can watch him laugh.
And so I figured out what I was going to do to that Tollivan kid. You see, he's got a buddy named Mitch. You know Mitch. I hate Mitch. And Mitch is a son of a bitch. You're all three.
Bitch.
I don't like his writing.
You start going through these narrow passages, and you guys are going along for about an hour now. And you start to understand now, vaguely, why it's called the Wheeze. Because you went on a narrow passageway, and then you climbed a horrible little narrow chimney, and you came out to what felt like a very large room. But it just went down and down and down and down. And then you crawled through this. At a certain point, you heard cursing, specifically about how Mitch was a son of a bitch. As Percival goes back, and leads you around to a second part. Hour and a half goes by. You guys, I will say, take 2 damage to your supplies. Not damage, stress to your supplies. This is just from the abrasion, the torches that you've used so far. But you've come out of this awful, choking, narrow place into what looks to be a pretty normal looking cave. And again, you're just given a choice. You can either go left, or you can go right.
The cave's getting to you.
Because of the fact that you were kind of dealing with this, you're a little turned around from what was going on. You know you didn't go to the awful stomach pit, but you still don't know exactly where you are.
Especially since the world is shifting constantly. Paths close. I hope this one's here, but sometimes it isn't.
Are we there yet?
What it's all teeth.
Yeah. You don't seem to really know.
Are you lost?
Are you lost?
Silence!
Is it?
Do you hear that?
Yeah, we've been hearing that the whole time.
Yeah.
Isn't that creepy?
Oh, dude.
I send the bees out to look around us, see if there's anything nearby.
Absolutely. Go ahead and make me a delve check, please. This is a cursed domain, so you're going to go ahead and get a second D10. I'm going to say because you're using your bees that this is a standard roll. So both D10s.
You
Just gonna
take
use that
all
heal.
the stress. 10 and a 5.
A 10 and a 5, so you guys are rolling hot. That means you got a critical success. Go ahead and take one of... Have you taken any damage? Or
You
stress,
gave
I
me-
mean?
Stress or damage?
Stress.
Sorry, stress. Yeah, you gave me 3 in the city and then 2 on the supplies, but I...
What did it give you in the city, the Echo?
Echo.
Yeah, take one of those off. You did really well. To the point that you know that it doesn't matter which way you go. both are going to lead up to the same sort of area. It is the larynx, if you will, of the wheeze. It's a long, you don't know what's at the end, but you see that both the bees go down these paths and they enter into what is a long, larger, I'd say 35, 45 foot high cave with a bunch of different passages that are smaller leading to it, with wind going through those passages and coming out towards where you guys are. So whichever, and in fact, because you did so well on that roll, I say you know that the right-hand side is the easier way.
All right. I just open my eyes, have the bees return a bit, and just gesture like over here. But my gaze is gonna remain on you for a second before they start leading away.
So you do have a few uses after all.
Help given, help received. It sounds like. And it just keeps going up.
Well, lead the way.
No response. He's a snooty here, so he's just
Buzz off.
When your wretched body fails you, I'll drag your soul screaming back to it.
Why are you like this?
Friend?
No. I thought he was a suit of armor.
I know you're at the back, but if you're near,
You start
definitely-
talking.
Yeah.
Well, the Elfir are both here trying to creep out the humans, because of course they are, as you guys are going through this awful, horrible place called Louise. But you do get to, like I said, this open area where it's about 45 feet tall, and it continues on down into the darkness. Do you guys wish to continue down that way? Do you wish to explore any of these side passages? I'd say there are maybe about 5 that you can see where you're at.
Out of character, if that's something your guy wants to do. Yeah.
I am interested in payout, and that means I need to reach my destination right now. I have no reason to divert from the path, I think.
This place is giving me the creeps, so I'll get out of here as soon as possible.
Great. I'm assuming all of you guys want to continue forward then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, sure.
Ignoring the side passages, taking what you can get with this long, long way forward, you are able to actually make quite a bit of time. You go through walking straight down this path for about 4 hours. It shifts, slowly meandering. You can tell that you're getting lower and lower and lower into the earth. And you're starting to get more of that sound, but it's less of a wheeze and more of a whistle from where you guys are at. Just constant blowing as you hear almost like reed instruments in the back. Just like keening sounds that are annoying, but after a while you do get used to them. And after about, like I said, you go 4 hours or so, you have entered into a spot where you have in front of you just one way forward, but it narrows quickly. And there's nothing that you can do about the fact that all of this looks suspiciously like a gullet.
You're more familiar with the anatomy than I am. Is that screaming gullet to any of you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How tight is it coming to?
3 feet.
I'm gonna take my greatsword and I'm just gonna kind of start hacking at it.
Okay.
This is
No, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. I've been hiking all day. I lean against the wall and just watch this creature hack the wall.
Go ahead and make me a kill roll.
My arm goes down.
I do have my kill skill.
Right, you do. This is an accursed area, so you get that as part of your domain. I'm going to say this is standard roll, because it's not a thing. Go ahead.
You attack the gazebo.
9. That's my highest.
So, you start hacking away, and you sort of succeed a little bit. You guys just see this quiet, weird, bleeding high elf pull out this absurd greatsword and stick it in and just quickly chop it down as fast as he can. slowly, surely opening up that area while just soaking everything around you with just this hot, sticky iron blood. That he does that for maybe 5-10 minutes. The gullet now is maybe 4 feet. The bottom is now slick with blood.
So it should be easy for us to just.
If you wanted to, there is also the option that you can go back to any of those side passages if you don't want to go down this thing. I would say it looks like a less menacing version of the Sarlacc pit. They're like bone bits, and it's all leading towards the chute that is now, at least on the bottom, riven with blood.
Is this the path you took to the Red Market?
The paths shift and change. I told you that.
Is
I'm not
this
familiar.
the path you took to the Red Market?
This is not the path I took. I don't know where this goes, but it is in the right direction.
It is in the right direction. He isn't lying to you about that.
But if he doesn't recognize it, then
I mean, he either leads the way or he doesn't get paid.
find us a way around it.
Or through.
That's one vote for through. Ingrid?
Why do I always have to make the decisions? You.
Ingrid, that's actually a really good question. You don't know why you have to make all the decisions. You're not even sure why you're hanging around with these lunatics.
How loud is the wheezing or the whistling getting? It's starting to be annoying at this point.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a discern check on that one. Do you have?
I have
You've
a knack of
discerned,
discerning.
and you have a knack in it, so that's 2. Okay. I'd say this is, not risky, it's standard, so you're good. Just those 2.
A 10. 10 8.
Jeez Louise. Yeah, it's getting louder and heavier and closer.
Well, whatever we do, we should make the decision quick, and he's gonna pull out like the stuffing of he's wearing this really big coat, and he's gonna pull out some of the stuffing of the coat and start sticking it in his ears.
You guys see this human pull out little globs of wool,
Yeah.
maybe, just in shoving it into his ears.
I've seen them do Stranger.
Yeah. It's like I've never heard music before. Well,
Full on earmuffs for Alfie.
guide, I've already given my choice. Are you going to lead the way through or are you going to give us another option?
Let's go. I pull out my pistol just so it's ready, and just take cautious steps over the blood. I don't want to slip on. I don't want to mess up my nice red robes, you know.
Yeah, sure. Screw it. Make me a delp check.
Why did I take that skill?
You are in a warren, so I'll say it's a flat roll.
Oh, let's go. Have at it. 2.
You slip face first into that blood. Your red robe is now kind of brown with viscera. And
Just
you
press this thing.
and you start belly crawling through this awful kind of slithering intestine is the best way that you can think of it.
Sticky too. I hate
It is.
Blood is sticky. I hate
It's hot, wet. It is nasty, and I'm going to go ahead and have you make an evade check for me.
Ugh. I don't have it.
But you do have warren, so again, it's I'm going to make it risky. So roll a 10.
6.
You are able to make it through without getting any cuts, but whatever is in this gut guy on you has some sort of acidic burns. I'm going to have you take 2 blood stress. You see him go through. Who follows?
Alright, let's go.
I'm going to go ahead and have you make me do an evade check.
An evade check. Oh, one of many skills I don't have.
Slipping is part of the procedure. You need to do that too.
You hear.
If I going head first, will I get an extra die?
3.
You don't slip, but you didn't go head first, and that was a mistake. Because now you're trying to grab and push and grab and push. I need you to take 3 blood damage.
That's fair. That's fair.
Which one of you two would like to follow?
I guess I'll go. Thanks for making the hole bigger.
Is it a straight drop down?
It's more of it narrows down to a point, and then it's almost like going through like this.
Gotcha.
It does go on a gentle slope, but it's less of a slide and more of an incline.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna stab my third arm into the top of it and then do like a water slide and use that to like leverage myself and shoot through.
You do this to try to shoot yourself through. Go ahead and roll me an evade. We'll give you. Go ahead and roll 2 for it.
Woo!
That's pretty fun.
Double 10s, baby.
Double 10s. You are just like
Nice.
ears covered. You like close, cover your mouth, and blow, and use that to go through, and you just like scoot on through. You don't get burned at all. Your coat is gross, but you don't take any blood damage. Make me, sir, a discern check.
Chop his way through.
9.
You realize that the whistling not only has gotten louder behind you, but you're feeling an air pressure. And you look behind and you see what is like a wall of something that goes forward and flexes. It goes forward and flexes. It goes forward and flexes. And you realize that it is coming to hunt you. I need you to go ahead and make me the same evade check as everybody else as you try to get through this as quick as possible.
Sounds squelchy.
Yeah.
7.
You get through, all right. However, I am going to need you to take 3 blood stress. The reason you're taking that is because you're able to get in and start going, but you feel maybe a better word, that wall of flesh hitting to where you guys had just entered in, and you feel this rush of liquid ichor go over you that burns. As you come out, you see your friends are all standing, and you see that this the Knight of Blood and Thorns comes out of this the passageway that you just came through, just drenched in this black, sticky, bile-ish muck.
You good?
I've seen worse.
Well, let's go.
Seems fine to me.
Okay, that would be.
That was gross.
Can I tap into some heart magic and clean off my body and coat?
What kind of heart magic would you
Do we
like to
need to
use?
make camp soon?
Like mind or something maybe?
We've been going for like 6 hours. We need to camp soon.
You guys, yeah. That is true. You have been going, you've been traveling about a day. It has been gross and hard and rough, but you know you're making progress. And even though you don't entirely know where you are, you at least know that you're in the right way. You can feel the pull of your God.
Absolutely.
You know he wants you at that red market, and you know you want to be there. It's home.
I know a guy.
I got a red mark.
The most Chicago place in the heart.
I know a guy.
Do you so what like do you want to use mind magic or do you want to use one of your skills?
I don't have a skill to do it. I just want to use like mind magic or something.
Go ahead and use your ravening knowledge skill.
Oh, okay.
Ability.
Isn't that just whenever my mind stress is 4 or higher, I can roll with mastery when I cast a spell?
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what
I'm
it is.
sorry.
I'm trying to get mind stress, but I guess.
We'll get you some mind stress coming in. Junk mage, there we are. You know that you can pray. Well, pray is probably the wrong words. You can ask the Sanctum of the Stone Chorus to help you with this sort of a thing. But it's a pretty big ask for just cleaning yourself off. I want you to make me an endure check.
Okay. I don't have that skill.
You don't have it, then you need to roll a 10 to succeed.
That's not a 10, that's a 5.
Go ahead and take 2 mind stress. And I would say cast Chorus of the Stone, or, God, what's it called?
That Sanctum?
Yeah, Sanctum of the Stone Chorus.
Oh, so I'm opening up that portal?
And I think that the reason that you want to open up that portal is you're feeling that itch. You want that.
Okay.
You have 6 hours without feeling any of that sweet magic.
All right.
The kind of stuff that really gets your blood going.
You guys needed a rest? Oh, I'll give you a rest. You watch this. You watch this right now. And I just clap my hands together, and then I turn them into fire, and I rip open a portal.
What kind of fire?
Just like regular, like I'm using like my hands when I turn them into welding torches.
Okay.
But I'm using it to pierce reality, opening a portal, and before you is just this like this old stone ruins of this parasitic temple, and the backdrop of it is just like this void of crumbling stone just getting like sucked into it essentially. And we have a little respite for an hour.
You see that this place, wow, because he didn't even give you much warning. He just walked over to a wall, stuck his hands in, they turned into bright flames as he cut through it, and exactly what you described. But you can tell on the other side that it's cleaner is the wrong word, but less actively detrimental to your health. Still alien, still not what you're used to, but it's not going to hurt you.
Mechanically, you can recover a d6 of echo stress,
Correct.
and I can find a unique item of d8 value or lower.
Would you guys all like to take a rest there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You all go into this slit in reality, to say the least, and you decide to take a break, clean yourselves up.
I'm double toothing it.
Double toothing it. Ingrid, in this spot, you
So wait,
find.
do you only have 2 gold teeth?
No, I
I know, but just I was just wondering if it was just 1 gold tooth on both sides and just nothing in between.
Just a hillbilly. You find in here, among the stone cores and the stalactites, the stalagmites, the columns, you go ahead and find a D8. Let's say it's a small, perfectly round ball of obsidian with a bright streak of red down the middle. You're not sure if it's garnet, you're not sure if it's ruby, it doesn't matter. And we'll go ahead and say that is a religion resource. It's too perfectly formed to be nature. You know what I mean? And I think we'll take a quick break here. Quick 5. We all need to go to the bathroom. It seems like a good All right, so we have left off with you guys having rested, regained some echo stress if that is something that you can regain. But you exit out of this calming stone concourse and you find yourself back in, honestly, the awfulest part of the wheeze.
Do you have to reform the portal, or does it hang out the whole time?
It closes after an hour, so
Yeah.
we step out and Ingrid just goes, "Oh, that felt so good. Oh, wasn't that cool? Oh my god, did you like that? That was new. That was new."
I did. That was dope.
Can you go back there at any point?
Not
Or is it
Not
somewhere new every
there technically, but yeah, it'll be somewhere new. I might be able to do that later. Ooh, if I could get my own, I can make it look really.
That
cool.
wasn't yours?
No, it wasn't mine.
We'll talk about that later.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll talk about it whenever you want.
Oh, sure. Good.
You know you're about halfway through. Do you want to do anything before you continue on?
I'm ready for the journey. I don't know about anyone else.
Not yet. If they got an hour's rest, they got a good short rest, I'd say.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, right.
You guys continue heading forward, listening to the echoing awfulness of the weeds. And there isn't, honestly, a lot of things that are in front of you that are particularly difficult. Go ahead and whoever has the delve skill, make me a roll. Yeah? You got it? Okay.
Yeah.
What domain are we in?
We are currently in a cursed warren, so it looks like you got 2.
Delve. Oh, and delve. Hang on. So that would be 3, correct? Unless I am. Well, I got double mine. I got a 6 and a 9. I'm happy with that.
Oh, yeah.
So you don't take any stress. You lucky. And you guys are able to continue forward. Go ahead and roll me a d6, please.
5.
Great, thank you. Never.
Take all.
And as you're going forward, this part is really much more organic, much more part of something that isn't you than before. You can see that there are bone modules growing up, like the walls kind of pulsate and the air kind of stinks, and you see different slower, more like and you see hairs of all things, like coming, like it's you're in clearly an organic space. I want all of you to make me a discern check, please.
So 2 if you got it.
2 if you got
Did you
it.
say we're in a warren right now?
Cursed warren.
Yes, we are in a warren right now.
I got 6, but I ain't got the skill. So it's a fail.
So
Snake Forest.
I had 3 because I had a man.
1 and a 3.
all of you
I
take
had the
stress. All of you take 6 echo stress.
Whoa! I have a protection against that?
You
so-
do.
5.
Nice.
So 5, yes.
Okay, good. Because I got.
If you have a protection, you would take that one off.
So protections are like permanent shields.
Correct.
Neat.
It's
They can't be wiped off unless somebody.
They can, but it's with Fallout.
Sure.
If you get Fallout can permanently take away protection. Well, permanently until you fix the Fallout,
Yeah.
it can take that away. So you guys, while going through this, are deeply unsettled, and you hear over the wheezing, over the whistling, a deep, low.
Do I recognize that at all?
No.
That's new.
Good. That's what I like to hear. Especially, did you have? I was okay.
I think we should keep moving.
I like the
Yeah.
pace, but it didn't have to be organic. Really.
You know the way, right?
I know the direction.
Let's go. Preferably away from the sound.
I ready my greatsword.
Can I discern where it's coming from, or is it just?
Sure, you can make a try.
That means I risk stress.
Welcome to
I prefer to keep moving, I think.
What domain are we?
That was
Still
just-
in-
Warren and Curse, still Louise. You're still in that same domain.
Right.
You know you're towards the end. Like it's still kind of compact and close. And like I said, it's much more organic now. It's much, but like you know you've been traveling long enough, and you've been through here before enough to know that you're getting close. You can feel you're getting close to the red market. You just hear this.
I'm gonna try to discern where it is.
Roll.
Cursed and discern, so I get 2?
Yeah, but it's risky. So 1.
Oh, so 1. Thank you.
Yeah.
6.
So you are able to find out that this is coming from a passageway a little bit behind you, off into the main area. It seems to be that whatever it is getting closer. Go ahead and take 3 mind stress from that, because you recognize that sound.
What do I recognize it as?
That's a butcher.
That's a butcher.
Butchers are people who have been in the heart and got so lost and so desperate that they ate the meat and it transformed them.
We should get out of here. Unless you want to be meals. That's where it's coming from, and I point to the behind us, the direction.
That's great, because that's where we're going.
Ingrid starts
Yeah.
walking.
I discern him. No, yeah, let's go.
You all guys start going? Okay.
No.
Who's in the lead?
Ingrid.
Ingrid's in the lead? Ingrid is in the lead. Ingrid, go ahead and make me a delve check, please.
I should have just said 6. That's a 2.
Did you have any skills in delve? Any? Okay. So Ingrid freaked right out. Just starts leading you guys, and you follow. And it's strange because he just seems to know where he's going. It's kind of nice, but you go one passage to the left, a little bit further down, you climb up a little chimney area, and then you go past that. And as you hear this, you hear the get quieter and quieter away. And you think you've actually got pretty far out, away from it. To the point that you only hear now the wheeze around you.
I'm going to be honest. I just started walking away from the sound. I don't know where we are.
Yeah, with the side, the affliction transpose is going to try and delve further than 4, since Ingrid's been honest about it. Are we still cursed?
Yes.
Alright, so I get 2 or only 1?
Actually, I need you to make me an evade check.
Just me?
Yeah.
Alright, that's fair.
Do you have any skills in evade?
No set.
Okay, roll that D10 footage.
5.
Oof.
5 11.
So I'm gonna need you to take 5 blood damage.
Spicy. The bees are pissed.
And you hear in your head the hive get really angry as you walk around a corner trying to figure out where you are to delve. You were hit square in the chest by a large rock at the end of a stick that was swung very, very hard. And you get knocked backwards, and you see in front of you, holding on to the end of that large mace, is a hand that's bigger than it should be onto an arm that is bigger than it should be. And you see in front of you what looks to be the hulking beast of somebody who is once a humanoid, but is larger and elongated and almost feral in a way you've never seen, with eyes that are completely black against porcelain white skin. The black from the eyes and around from where the heart cavity of this thing is has gone out into little black tendrils, inky black against white. You recognize this. You know that that is something that happens only to somebody who has had the heartless surgery happened.
Oh, but he's human? Or he looks human at this point?
He looks perverted, bigger. No human you've ever seen has horns like that.
Okay.
No human you've ever seen has the blood dripping out of his mouth like that. No human has a lack of intelligence behind their eyes like that.
You haven't seen my mother-in-law.
Yep.
And this thing that you see before you roars and charges forward.
I'm gonna scrabble back as fast as I can, and if at all possible, send out the bees toward him with the hive attack.
Okay, let's go ahead then. Make me a evade check to see if he doesn't hit you. I know. Actually, that's not true. You took stress. Let me. That's a 3. What's your body stress at?
Oh, my blood?
Yeah, blood. Sorry, not body.
8.
8. Yeah. So you definitely took some fallout from that. And he hit you in the middle of your chest. I'm gonna go ahead and say that you. You have a broken rib. And so every sort of physical evade or attack thing that you're going to do is going to make it a risky action. You scramble away and you want to send the hive. So go ahead
And I clear the stress from the blood, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, because you took fallout that is minor. Because you're lucky, I rolled a 3. That clears all the stress out from that blood. However, you have that ongoing fallout going on.
Fun. Yeah, sorry, do I make the hive?
Go ahead first and make that evade to scramble back.
Okay. Yeah. 6.
Do you have that at all? The skill?
Evade? No.
Do you have Warren or?
I've cursed.
Great. So that is a success. You're able to get back. I'm going to go ahead and say you take 2.
2 blood. Oh,
Well,
cocked.
that's cocked. 1 blood. You're lucky.
the bees are already working at it, trying to stem some of the.
And yeah, you're fine on that stress. So go ahead then and roll me your beautiful bee action.
Alright.
I don't have that, but you should real
Yeah.
fast. It tells you what you should exactly roll.
Release the swarm, kill, D4, spread ranged. So do I just do the D4?
No, you're going to do a kill check
Oh crap, gotcha.
first. The D4 is the stress that you would get onto this guy.
Alright, assume only 1 since I don't have the kill.
Correct. And because it's risky, it has to be a 10 or you won't get anything.
Alright, yeah, I didn't get it.
Great. So I'm going to say that you take 5 echo stress from the fact that, like, oh my gosh, your bees didn't do anything. You scramble back, you send out your swarm from your hive, and they go forward in a horrible buzz. But they're pretty confused, and that heart song really left them off, and like, God, you just got hit in the chest. So they're still kind of wrong. What are you gonna do? You just see the affliction transposed get hit by this horrible porcelain monster, scramble back,
Scrambling away on the ground.
yeah, while all these bees are angrily like,
I'm like
That's
distance
not
from
affecting him at
the
all.
creature.
you're maybe about 10 feet away.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay as far away as I can. And
Okay.
I'm gonna use my Fury of the Fire King ranged melee attack to light his body on fire.
What is the skill that you need?
It's just a melee attack. And,
So that's kill.
okay. And, so I need to roll kill.
Yeah, and we are in a cursed warren. Do you have either of those? Okay,
No.
do you have a knack for killing?
Nope.
Okay.
I have all of these things.
I'm gonna go ahead and say,
Fire.
so it's risky, so go ahead and roll me a d10.
So if it's risk, does it have to be a 10?
Yes.
So
Because, well, it's not because it's that, but it's because it was a normal roll and risky takes away something, so you have a chance to roll and succeed, but you might fail.
So I can't use my thing to say it's a 6 and that it's successful, but I take Fallout?
It's not a discern skill.
I think that's just whenever you're daring an ability.
Is it during an ability? I thought
Yeah,
it was
it's-
discern.
It
But
just
let's
gives
double
you
check.
the discern skill, but I think it's just...
If it is, then yes, you could use it in that case. Let's double check them rules. That is. Dice to resolve an action. Yep, you got a 6, baby. Woo! So, you will take 1 mind stress
Okay.
because of that from casting it.
Yeah.
What'd you roll on the D?
D4 for the melee, I rolled a 1.
1. Okay. All right. Would either of you like to do anything?
Sure. Before you close in with your sword, I feel like I should use my gun.
Oh, watch this then. I
Steps in there with his sword.
I summon using my sword too. My tormented, horrifying crucifixion of a death, and I focus it into a furious ranged attack straight at the creature's chest.
Okay. You see this horribly injured drow girl, ghostly. You've never seen her before. Has no nose, cuts, burnt eyes, skin falling off. Just should not be alive. Doesn't seem to make sense, and as far as you can tell, is not actually alive. Appear before the night and just turn into this lance of rage that shoots towards the center of this. Go ahead and roll.
First, kill, and yeah, I think that's what I got. And then
Take one off
Okay.
because it's a risky.
Okay.
And go ahead and roll. See what you get.
Who for?
Apparently her eyes were not good enough to see where this heart was. And you see it go right past. And this undead looking thing just kind of shambles out of the way. And no real damage seems to have happened. Go ahead and take 6 friggin' mind damage from that. Because you really thought that would be effective, and it was not. So, you see this aberration go forward, not really do much. After this shambling corpse said, well, watch this.
I think it's immune.
What would you like to do?
No, I just wanted you to see it.
I furl up my cape or my duster robe and pull out my pistol. And as I take aim at the creature's chest, I'm going for the heart, obviously. Hopefully I get something good out of that. You hear a winding, spinning gear power up the revolver as it shoots this atypical projectile into the darkness. I suppose it's on fire, isn't it?
Because of your...
Had fire upon it? Sure.
It is burned, but not burning.
Sure.
So, go ahead, because you want to shoot it, go ahead and roll the kill skill.
Okay,
We are in a Warren, so you get a bonus for that. Eyes in the back of your head, what does that one do?
It gives me access to discern. I can literally see behind me as if I had eyes in the back of my head.
Okay, well then never mind. That doesn't affect her. I thought it did. Again, this is a risky venture because it is a thing, so you lose one. So go ahead and roll for me,
He's
please.
a tiny guy for this. Tiniest shot in the dark. A 5.
A 5 fails. You take a shot in the dark, and it goes careening past without hitting anybody. I'm going to get back to you in just a second, James. I forgot to do this with you. I rolled a 2 on your stress. So clear your mind stress, and you're going to take some mind fallout.
Oh.
I forgot to roll that. That's my
Not just
fault.
me, but-
No, it's everybody. We're at the point where this is
All right.
the game. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and say that you are disheartened enough by the fact that didn't work that you're kind of out of it and you're a little dulled, and so you are going to no longer get extra dice from any domains until that fallout goes away. You see this giant hulking man with horns coming out in this big thing, just like hear the crack of that gunshot, rage forward, screaming.
It's not a good thing for me.
Gonna attack.
Scrambled away.
Sees you still on the ground and just tries to bring that down.
Roll a 10, right?
Roll 20.
That will be this and this. Is there anything you'd like to do to try to stop it? If
Any
there's
last
something you can
words?
think of.
Yeah. I mean, like if I
Buzz
could
off.
maybe grab my smoker and just start blowing the air around me, filling it with smoke, and maybe obscure myself just a wee freaking bit.
Make your bees sleepy.
Hey, we're not worried about that right now.
Try not to get
I
hit.
see what you're doing, but no.
I know. Well, I mean, other than that, I can only scrabble.
That's true. So, that is a success, which means that he's going to, it does take some stress on it, but I need you to take 4 blood stress. And I rolled a 7, so you're okay. No fallout comes from this. You are able to obscure a little bit about what's going on, but it still comes down and crushes right on your ankle. And you just scream and move away. And it lets out this, it's just coming at you, trying to eat you. Would anybody like to do anything else?
I have a question.
Yes.
Almost close. It says major blood, mind, or fortune fallout.
That was minor.
Okay, just a second. Just a second.
That was minor.
Copy that.
I'll let you know about the.
That's only minor.
Yeah, dude.
Could you describe the environment around us?
You're in a cave that is maybe 15 feet tall, about 20 feet deep, 7 or 8 feet wide. You went around essentially a curtain, and where he said he was going to go was up through the only obvious exit, and that is where you are being attacked by this creature.
So there's no precipices I can push it off of.
God, no. You guys are in a very, very
Tight quarters.
tight spot.
It's
It's
not
a
fun.
Warren for a reason, and not a Buffett kind.
See, this is a sort of a general humanoid creature, just larger than us.
You would know it's a butcher. You've heard of these things. You've never seen one that looks like this. You've never seen anything that has that paleness. But the blood, the mindlessness, the growth. This is somebody who ate heart.
Has consumed.
Yeah, and became addicted to that.
All right.
And transformed by it into its own monster. There isn't anything sentient in this anymore.
I missed my shot, but you didn't say what happened to me. I rolled a 5.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. So you rolled a 5. You missed your shot. You're going to go ahead and take stress. I'm going to go say it's stress and supplies. Take
The precious supplies.
6 supplies. That was a really
bullet was
expensive
that?
bullet.
Gee whiz.
And actually, because you asked, and I'm not going to have you do a discern skill, you can see that there are scratches of this crazed looping language all around in this space, to the point that it looks like something is here a lot.
All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna try to hack off its arm, swing the club around.
Okay.
I'm gonna take off my curved blade.
You hear this shh as this blade comes out.
Charge in, samurai style, over the back of the head. Hey! Just over their arm.
Go ahead and roll.
Up and down in the end,
It's
isn't it?
yeah, it's still a risky venture. It's just, I'm sorry, that's how butchers are.
And that thing. 8.
8 is a success, and you don't even take any stress. Go ahead. What is the damage for your sword?
It's a D6.
What? How
It's a
much?
1.
1. That is not great. You charge forward with your sword. You go into slice, and you actually hit. You connect. You make a little bit of not a little bit. You actually make a pretty deep gash. But you realize that this thing doesn't have a heart. It just has some weird contraption in the middle of where its heart should be. So it's not pumping blood. So it's just a dry, flesh cut. You've never even seen anything like this before.
Does it have eyes?
Yes.
I'm gonna try and burn its eyes.
You're gonna try to burn its eyes
Yeah.
out.
I'm gonna
Okay.
use that same attack.
Go ahead and roll me a kill. Do you have Warren or anything? So you gotta roll a 10, baby boy.
Oh, it's a 9.
That is not a 10.
Oh, so close.
So you go ahead and are trying to burn out its eyes, and you call forth that hot electric burning magic that comes through. You send it out striking, but your aim is a bit off. It's hard to see, everything's moving, and it hits more on its horns, and you can't tell that it's done any damage. But you do take 2 more mind damage, stress. And let me see what that's cocked. Do you have 6?
I have 5.
All right, you're good to go. Would you like to do anything, Affliction?
Keep getting further away.
Okay.
1, and then still keeping within range of the smoke. I'm gonna smoke the son of a gun.
Okay, so make me an evade check to see if you continue to get away.
If I like just put my whole. All right, now I'd probably have to evade either way. He's just my gun.
It's probably coming after me next.
4.
You do not evade as successfully as you would like. Take 3 mind damage because this is just hard. However, I need you to make a kill skill check for the smoker.
Yep. As long as I can use that 4. That's 3.
3 is not a success.
This one's no more. I'm not using.
I need you to take 3 more mind damage, or stress, excuse me. And I rolled a 3.
I have 9 minds.
So you are going to go ahead and clear out all that stress. And I'm going to go ahead and have you take, your fallout right now is a minor fallout for your mind, and it is that you are panicking. So you can only do 1 thing per turn from now on.
Good.
But you try to smoke out of the way, but God, your foot hurts, and you just start and trying to get away. What would you like to do, if anything, Knight of Blades and Thorns?
Is that the 10?
Yeah, that was.
You wasted it, you fool.
You wasted your
This
couple
thing's-
times earlier too.
Yeah, clearly.
I should have 2 dice on this next one.
I'm gonna try and do a run under and see if I can just like cut it open as I pass.
Sure, you're gonna try to start doing some flanking.
Yeah.
It is tall enough that you might be able to maneuver your way through. Like, this thing is probably 3 meters high, so like it is hunched over but gangly. Go ahead and make me a kill skill. I'm gonna say that's dangerous because you're trying to go through its legs. So
Dodges away.
that takes off 2 d10s. Did you have 2 d10s to begin with?
I was rolling 1. So
Okay, so let's
to
see.
begin with.
Let's see if you win.
3.
Oh,
But I have the kill skill.
You run up and try to get through to slide down, and you like do that whole like fall on your knees and do the slide across a stage, you know,
Yeah.
But you didn't realize that this is just like a bunch of gross ass rock, and so you take 2 body blood damage to your knees.
Knee damage. At our age, it's critical.
How much do you have?
I have 5.
Okay, so you're still good. I rolled a 7, but you are not able to connect because you don't slide at all. So you just go on your knees and go, shit! The butcher, seeing you with this big ass sword, is going to try to hit you.
Yeah. You really dispatched those cultists a lot better than me.
Yeah.
So 8 succeeds. What is your blood? Like I said, so. Seeing you in front of you, the butcher takes a step forward, brings its giant club over it, and goes to smack down on you, and does 3 stress blood to your blood. Cocked. That's a 1. How much blood do you have?
8.
Yeah, all right. So this would be the first major fallout you would
Gotcha.
take. Do you want to use Death Follow closely in this situation?
No, I'll just use not yet. My other ability to dodge major blood fallout.
Okay. You see this giant stone mallet come hammering, whistling down to come and get you. And you just know that, this isn't how you're supposed to die. And you just wrench almost preternaturally out of the way. And he goes whistling past you. Go ahead and clear out your blood fallout. And you missed your first major one there. Nicely done. That was it attacking. Who wants to go? Does it matter?
I want to try and burn his eyes
I think
again.
we all want to go.
You want to try to burn his eyes out again?
Yeah,
Okay.
just like Colonel Mustang, I'll snap my fingers and make his eyes start to like boil. This time, now that I have 5 mind stress, I can roll with mastery when I cast spells.
Okay.
So that's what I'm gonna do.
So it's mastery for a kill, which you should have that skill, right?
I don't have the kill, but
Okay, but you have.
now that I have mastery, it's 2, right?
Yes. However, because it's risky, you still go back to.
But I don't need a 10.
You don't need a 10. This is just a regular roll. Yes.
Go.
That's a
So you're like, man, I'm gonna burn.
I'm
this
gonna
guy.
get him this
I'm gonna
time."
do it. Instead, you are. You see him coming down, and the hammer hit the floor, and you're like, this is it. This is the perfect time. You try to shoot out, and he is so confused that he missed this elf on the ground that he just like pops up, and he goes and hits him and kind of burns a little bit, but it doesn't seem to do much. And you take 4 more mind stress.
Oh god.
And you're gonna take some fallout. How much mind stress do you have right now?
9.
9. You're gonna take some major fallout. So for that, I'm gonna go ahead and say you start to hear a voice you recognize? In fact, it's really comforting from your childhood. And it says, Ingrid, this isn't good for you. You gotta get out of this place. Come on, Ingrid, we gotta go. We gotta get out of here. We gotta leave. You're in danger. And you recognize that as the voice of your old mentor, Gus.
Oh, Gus. Where should I go, Gus?
Anywhere but here, man.
Okay. I'm gonna start sneaking like back towards the direction I went.
Okay, we'll get you doing that
What's the
in a
major
second.
fallout?
The major fallout is delusion. And it's ongoing.
Okay.
So you see this fire streak across. Do you guys, what would you like to do? Affliction. You are really freaking out. You're panicking now.
Yeah, I think since I can only do one action in my panic, and get as far away from this guy as possible.
Okay.
He's trying to get away. You can't get past him, right?
You
With all this
could.
stuff going on.
It would be harder to get past him than to get away from him.
And he's gonna try to get away.
Okay. Evade, please.
Is his attention on Rob or?
Right now it is.
Okay.
7.
Did you have that skill?
Yeah.
Go ahead and take 2 blood fall. But you are able to scramble back a little bit, but you're still kind of in range, but the panic is there. How much blood fallout do you have right now? You...
Another minor or major now?
Jeez. What was your minor that I gave you?
The broken rib.
Right.
It's now pierced my lung.
Is where I'm going with this, actually. So you're able to stand up, but because you got hit on your ankle, oops. No, my water bottle. Oh, there it goes. Thank you, whoever kicked that back. Because your ankle got hurt, you try to stand up on it. You can't handle that pressure, and you fall into a wall, which pushes the rib into your lung. You now have major fallout of internal hemorrhaging. It is ongoing. Night.
Day. All right.
Day, man.
I need I call out to all of them. I'm like, you all need to come to me now.
I just got one.
You all need to come to me right now.
Nope.
Are you going to go to him?
If Gus is still here, then no. I'm
Okay.
going wherever Gus is.
Ingrid ignores you.
Yeah.
Would you like to go over to him?
I'm the closest. I'm right next to the beast. I chopped its arm. I'm right in the fray still.
Do you try to get out to get close to him?
I was planning on like trying to get behind it.
That's not what I'm asking you. You heard him say you all need to get close to me right now. Do you do that?
Yeah, I'll do a spin maneuver to get closer to Rob.
Make an evade.
That's what he's trying to avoid. That's what you're doing. But
I don't have evade.
Okay, just roll D10.
3.
You are able to at least get away from where you were supposed to, and get closer to him. However, you are going to take some stress because you failed. So you take 4.
Did I spin in my cape? Trip.
I'm going to say you take fortune stress from that. And I know you have protection, so you take 2 fortune stress. Because you didn't really get hit.
No,
man.
because it's like 4. I have 2 protection.
Oh, right. You take that. You tried to do some flourishy moves, and you didn't get hit, and the gods/karma noticed. So he gets close to you. Do you try to get close to him?
do I see like a buzzing or anything coming off of him as he vibrating, like with energies and shit, or like as he makes that statement to us, or no?
Not that you can tell.
Zalefier. I trust him before I trust these jerks. So, yeah, he's gonna drag ass because that's where he's at right now.
That is fair. I won't make you do an evade. I will make you take an endure check to see if you can endure the pain of aspirating blood.
Just as good at enduring as he is at evading. 10?
Hey! You are able to put the pain away and just focus on getting as close as you can to the knight.
All right.
2 of them listened to you, 1 did not. What would you like to do?
I'm doing what I was planning on doing. So roll me some blood damage because I just chose that this is part of my entering the gray thing.
Oh,
I have to cut
sure.
myself with my own blade.
What's your blade again? A D10?
Yes.
Sudoku.
Nice.
Boom.
That's not a Sudoku, man.
That's what I would
Usually I can heal you, but I take on the
5.
damage.
Yep.
So I can't.
And then I stab my sword into the ground, and I need a Delve plus religion roll to bring everybody with me, or at least these folks by me.
Okay, so go ahead and make that delve.
I do not have my domain bonus. Right.
So you wouldn't take the religion off, but you do have the delve there. Yeah. So it's a 1, but it's a normal one. It's not risky. This is one of your actions.
Carve a hole in the floor when we go to the
8.
next level.
You are able to succeed. So you guys get close to the knight as he pulls across his your chest. Yeah. Just this long great sword.
What the hell? Everyone see that?
Kind of like blood goes down, and he stabs it into the ground and cuts this unearthly tear. Is the best way you could put it. And as it opens up, you can see that there is this mist almost. But if you look closer, it's not actually even mist. It's a lack of color. Like the color of the stone around you is getting sucked into this horrible gray monochrome as he grabs both of you and drops down as you flip-flop onto the other side of this cave that is grayscale. And you know how when Frodo put on the ring in The Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
That. And you see beneath you the tear knit shut. Ingrid! You try to get out. Go ahead and roll me an evade check.
I specifically want to sneak away.
Oh, you're going to try to sneak away. Go ahead and roll me a sneak check, please. Do you have how many? Do you have mastery on that?
I have the skill and I have Mark of the Shadow, so it's always a standard action for me.
Perfect. That's what I. So yeah, you get 2.
Fancy. 8.
You are able to successfully hide and blend into the shadows because you look behind you and your friends are no longer there. And you also see this crazed tall thing just scream in rage and frustration and try to and run past you as it goes down the area that you were going in, but it doesn't see you. What would you like to do?
Gus, just bring me to the red market, like out of here. This is gross, and there's people attacked. My friends are gone.
Okay, Ingrid, this way, and it leads you down on a definite path.
Okay.
And you start following. You all are in a cold, dreary, awful sort of place. Neither of you have been here. You don't know what this is, but there is no longer a giant monster in front of you.
I try to speak. I don't know whether our words come out.
You are able to talk, correct?
Okay. I liked Ingrid's place better.
Vindication.
What would you guys like to do?
My main concern was getting us away from the creature, so I suppose while we're in the gray, I'm trying to see what would be the best way forward in the gray to kind of just gopher our way back to the reality.
Sure. But in a safe spot?
Yeah.
We have to get Ingrid back.
They'll meet us.
You go ahead and make me a discern check.
They have my treasure.
Myself?
Yes, you.
Oof.
Doesn't matter who's that treasure.
That's a 6.
Didn't
You succeed, but you take some stress.
Yeah.
How much stress? This is the gray. 2 echo stress.
1. Because I have
You have protection? Perfect. So you're able to reach out, and you know this. This is your home, honestly, where you feel more comfortable than around with these fools. And you know that if you follow the twisting sort of pathways that go through here, you will be able to find a spot that you can.
but I was going to say, I also suppose I have the Echo's ability. I suppose when I'm in the gray, I would be able to just ask some dead folk that are around me, perhaps even. Because it's the spirit realm then. So
Yeah, possible. I see what you're saying.
and because I have fragmentary recollection that allows me to see things like that. Because I imagine, that this butcher has smashed a few other people in this hallway before us.
Did you take echoes?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead and roll me a discern plus domain then.
I don't have a domain.
Oh, sucks to suck.
Yeah, it does.
When you use echoes, you can speak with the echoes of people.
How do I become not disheartened?
Got to get to a
Haven.
haven.
Find out.
If you got to the red market, you could figure it out.
Oh,
Hey, you got at least success. You don't even take stress off of that, and so you are able to, you're correct. You're on this side of the veil, and you see just bits, pieces, fragments. There seems to be a pretty strong knoll there, though, and you're able to ask him a question. What would you like to ask?
Which way to the red market?
Gotta sell some things? What was that? You gotta sell some things. I know how that goes. I'm just selling and buying and selling and eating. Look, you just gotta go down this way, about half a memory down. And then once you're there, you just gotta go up a little and to the side and then worm your way back into the way things are supposed to be.
So I wave you two to follow. I'm like, we're going this way.
While he's doing that, can I mend myself at all?
Make me a mend check.
I do have the mend skill.
You do have the mend skill. What are your domains again?
Cursed and occult.
I think it's just a regular skill. A regular check. So yeah, just go ahead with mend.
Just one.
Just one. Yep, you're good.
2. Yeah, make it voice.
I know. So I will go ahead and see what it is. It's a D8. That's right. Take 5 supply stress.
Fine with that.
You try, and you're like, I know this salve I have stops bleeding. But you realize it's internal and that did nothing. And you rinse a bunch of it and you still have internal hemorrhage.
Does it smell minty at least?
Yeah.
No, man.
Like
All
menthol.
right. Slightly less mad. Alright, I follow along.
Okay. You guys follow along. And eventually you are able to follow what that ghost says and are able to bring the folks out of the gray. Does it take a check for you to get out of that? I can't remember.
Might. I know I can enter it instantly.
Right.
My sudden death.
Oh,
Get it
that's
now.
the cleaver.
Where's my trailer?
Enter that.
Enter the gray.
It was on the butcher.
Yeah. If it's on the butcher, I don't have
Oh, yeah, it doesn't. If anybody else wanted to get out, you'd be fine.
Gotcha.
Or you would have to. But because you know how to get out, you follow that, you come out, and you exit out into an area that is much more concrete. It's less of an actual organy looking stuff, and you don't seem to know any sort of you can't hear anything from that butcher that you might have seen. You haven't seen. You don't see any signs, and you smell something actually off a little bit away from you down one of the passages. It's cinnamon and maybe oil, like an oil lamp burning.
How long did we travel in the gray?
You try to remember, man, but you don't know. Hours?
Time doesn't work like that.
2 minutes? It felt like you traveled a lot, but you also don't know that you did.
That's not good.
Ingrid, buddy. You are all alone by yourself.
Great.
Wandering, listening to your old mentor, Gus. Who stops talking to you?
Guys. Oh, fuck.
You're in honestly just a passage, maybe about 5 feet tall, 3 feet wide, a little cramped, but you don't think anything's chasing you anymore. But you have no idea where you are, or where your friends are, or what you should do.
Does anything look familiar from where we traveled before?
Make me a delve check.
No. Okay. I don't have
You are still in a warren. You still have, it's cursed. You have none of those. I'm sorry.
none of those.
I had all of those once.
Yeah, nothing looks like anything you recognize.
Remains from me.
And that's kind of disheartening. So go ahead and take 5 fortune stress. And just go ahead and take that off because you're taking minor fallout.
Oh, great.
I rolled a 2. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm gonna lose your treasure here.
You better fucking not.
I don't know what he's gonna do to me.
Where's the 5?
Gus comes back.
There it is. Okay.
If someone tries to take what's mine, you're attacking the brutal tag when you attempt to stop them.
Nice.
Brutally attempt to stop you from losing that.
You're not here.
You start to despair. You start to lose faith. It is dark. You are not feeling well. You no longer have access to the technology domain.
My one savior.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And all of your, you did get off. There we go.
Yeah, I took that off. I'm gonna take this time to sacrifice my my vial of cursed ink and give myself some echo protection.
Okay.
So it's a D6 that I'm sacrificing. So I get only 2 echo protection.
2 echo protection. However, you know you're in a pretty crazy part of the heart, so it's
It's better than nothing.
right. Go ahead and roll me just a straight D10.
6.
You decide, after being, kind of freaked out and starting to despair a little bit, that you can either sit there and die or move and die.
Yeah.
So
I'm
you
moving.
You
somewhere.
decide to move and
Yeah.
die, and you continue on into the darkness without really any rhyme, reason, or idea of where you're going. You three,
In my way. through the day.
again, are in that area. You can smell those smells down. What would you like to do?
And again.
No. Are we close? Hey.
Guy. Parsifal is just staring off into the cave at the various choices, the forks in the path, trying to figure out which way Ingrid might be. I don't specifically have an ability that lets Incarnadine point me to that. Unfortunately, I didn't take that ability.
Yeah, you did.
I should have been slick right now.
So is he kind of standing there thinking a bit and trying to
Yeah,
work it out?
like Gandalf in the mine, trying to decide which way to go.
So you ask him, "Are we close?" and he just doesn't even answer you. He's just looking.
Calculating.
Kind of looking around. I'll go ahead and try a delve check just. Is that how I would try and get my bearings?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just one or cursed or anything like that?
You're still in the cursed area, so that would be 2. Yeah. What's your fallout again?
Internal hemorrhaging for blood and then panicking for the mind.
So you can only do one thing. I would actually say getting away would probably get rid of your panic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So go ahead and take that away, because that was a minor thing that I think you're out of that situation. You'd be okay with that.
Oh, yeah, when I get rid of my discern.
Major fallout is different.
Yeah.
I thought that was minor follow-up.
Yeah, it was minor fallout, but you're not away from the thing to get healed. You haven't gotten to a haven.
Oh, it's ongoing.
Rats.
5 is the highest.
You take.
All the damage.
I'm gonna say 3 fortune
3 fortune?
stress.
I'm happy about that.
Do you have more than 10?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's a first fortune. I
Great, perfect. So you're you don't know where you're at. And you're like, I would be pushing my luck if I knew which way I was going.
Then, unless you wanted to take an action, I want to step on it.
Yeah.
If not, then I have another move.
What do you got?
He's just gonna close his eyes and kind of mentally talk to the bees a bit and just be like, all right, guys, you got me out of some spots before. You want to take your hand at the wheel, and they'll give himself over to the bees.
And you're like, that's weird.
Jerry said that.
Sorry, what did they say?
We love this.
We love this. So they just want to stay there.
No, they take over.
Oh, they know.
Yeah, you're gone.
Yeah.
And they, you guys, you two, actually see a quick shift of like the twitching and the sort of weirdness goes away, and almost Olympus, but quickly you see the affliction look at both of you and say, "Follow," and he starts shambling in a direction,
Like conga style, dancing into the direction.
but with less rhythm.
Sort of like
Static
Thriller.
rhythm.
Yeah, but like real tired, real. Are you guys following?
Bees.
But yeah, would you like to follow?
Yeah.
He takes off.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
You start to follow this.
Can I tell if he's going towards the market, or if he's going away from the market?
Yeah, you you can tell he's going towards the market. He's leading you in the way. Well, you're not sure if he's even in charge anymore. But that is it feels correct. You feel this kind of pulse as you get closer and closer. And actually, the smells are getting stronger and stronger. The cinnamon gets overpowered and starts hearing these kind of din. And you make your way through and out into this small back alley of a stall. Somebody's selling some fruit there. It's got a couple of mushrooms, there's some underfruit, there's a skinny little drow sitting behind just staring, waiting, goes, hey guys, you guys want any fruit? I know it's been a long journey. I want to just welcome you to the market as best I can. Maybe we can make a deal, maybe we could do something for you. Would you like this? And as you look back, you see that there are just tents and rows, and every single cloth that is covering the stuff is dyed red, and it goes as far as you can tell into little, nothing straight. It's not like an open air, like you can't see above. It's more like those red cloth is the ceiling, and it's just row after row that then bends and goes in different directions into what was essentially the Heart's biggest flea market. And you guys have successfully gotten your way to the red market.
Well, most of us.
Most of you. Except for you, Ingrid, you are wandering around in the dark by yourself without anywhere to go.
Oh no.
I have an idea.
You have an idea? What would you like to do?
So, mechanics question, because I met Gus, do I meet one of the minor?
Yes.
Okay, then I want to use that minor advancement to get Mark of Hunger, which gives me the Delve skill.
Okay.
And it really is, apparently. So I'm gonna use that, and it allows me to smell magic essentially, and I'm gonna I'm gonna try and sense my way towards any Vermissian magic. I don't know where it's gonna take me, but it's gonna take me somewhere that's better than here. And even if I have to like start carving with like my fire hands and stuff like that through shit, I'm just going towards wherever that smell's taking me.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that delve skill, Jen.
So I get 2. 8.
You follow your nose, but it's not really a scent. It's more like a tickle, and maybe less of a tickle and more of just an idea. And you find, you continue along for maybe about 15-25 minutes, and you find this slightly overgrown with like meat and a couple of bit of hairs that you just peel back, a real strange metal manhole with one of those turning wheels on the top. And you go, shh, and you open it, and you drop in, and you find yourself in a completely different area on some tracks, whereas going one way is just down into a different tunnel, and the other, it curves upwards and in and around in a way that doesn't make sense and kind of hurts your brain. And you know that you've just found an entrance into the Vermissian network. Woo! And I think that's where we will end it tonight. With you all having almost dying, but getting away from it. And so that is
I had a great time.
the city beneath. But that's the resistance system. That's the kind of ways. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really, really like this. I really, really
Thank you
like
for
this.
Yeah.
Stressful.
It is, but it's cool that, like, because again, I just tried to give you guys ideas and choices, and like a lot of stuff I wanted you to throw at me, because like your gray ability, totally forgot about. That's a great use. So yeah. Anyways, that's hard. I don't know how to end this, Richard. Cheers. Yeah, normally I don't think that the stress is that hard, but I was just like,